Hello again, crafters. Speaking of crafting, this week's story has to do with Tabitha, or as we sometimes call her, Dorcas, who was a seamstress. So our crafts today are especially relevant because we're talking about making things with our hands and using our gifts for God. So we're going to make two crafts that have to do a little bit with that sewing and cloth element and also have to do with serving others. Our first craft is going to be a helpful reminder that we can use our gifts to serve God. So we're going to start off with a couple of paper plates. And what we're going to do is we're going to sort of build a fun decorative piece to remember that we can serve God in any way, no matter who we are or how He's made us. So we're going to start off with some captions on the outside and inside of this plate. We're going to write out here, we all come from different cloth. You'll see what we're doing in a minute with this. And on the inside, we're going to write the happy, hopeful reminder, but all gifts can be used to serve. And I'm going to remember, who is it that I'm serving? Well, sometimes it's other people. Most importantly, to serve God. So, what I'm going to do on the outside, well, before I decorate the outside actually, which you're welcome to add extra decorations on the inside here. On the outside, I'm going to staple this just to put it together, but I'm going to leave some room so I can still open it up and see what's going on in there. On the inside, our hearts are the same. On the outside, our hearts are different. And now we'll see how those different hearts come about. Also, if you wanted to hang this up, you could attach, hunting down some tape here, you could attach a pipe cleaner or a string of some sort to hang it. Now, you are more than welcome to add a lot of fun decoration on both sides. We might only do one side for timing purposes. We'll see how this goes, but we're going to attach some different kinds of cloth. Now, in addition to cloth, you could use a multimedia approach here where perhaps you have some scraps of paper as part of your fun decoration here. Perhaps you also have some actual cloth or fabric or felt. Perhaps you also have some pom-poms or cotton balls or jewels. There's a lot of options here. So what I'm going to do is I highly recommend using tacky or fabric glue for this. We're going to get that glue rolling. We're just going to attach our fabric all over the plate or our paper or whatever you happen to be using. And perhaps I will have room for doing both sides here. So here comes my decorative little jewels, my fabric, my paper. And it's kind of just this idea of, hey, we might be a hodgepodge. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's just right. But God uses all of us. So here's my paper. Oops. Some more paper. Some more cotton balls. And you get the idea. Obviously, yours is going to look much neater and much nicer. But here we have our decorative fabric element. We have our fabric or our touching, sensing, Dorcas / Tabitha sewed things with clothing. And then we also have our element of service, that all people can serve the Lord with their gifts. Now, our next thing is going to be a specific gift for someone and for God. Pardon me, I was just emptying hole punches. But we are going to make a little coupon book. And this can be something that perhaps you give to friend, mom, dad, teacher, whoever. But we're going to make a little coupon book. So we're going to start off with making our coupons, and then we're going to put them in a fun little vessel that will also feature a sewing element. So we're going to start off by making our little coupons here. And this can be something like, let's see, it could be something like doing the dishes. Maybe that's a chore already and that's not a gift, but if not, it could be a gift. Walk the dog. Maybe it's giving a foot rub. I don't know, some moms like that. Maybe it's cooking breakfast. These are acts of service. And again, encourage your kids to think of things that are really acts of service and not things they have to do all the time anyways. And then, here's where we're going to have our fun decorative element. We're going to cut out a heart. Now notice I have two pieces of paper here. They can be the same color or different. We're going to do them the same. And we're going to cut through these two pieces of paper into a heart shape. Hopefully, you know how to cut a heart shape. If not, fold a paper in half, cut a nice cream cone type shape, and when you open it up, voila, there's the secret. Anyways, here is my heart-shaped paper. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to punch some holes in it, leaving a little space at the top, because again, this is going to be kind of like an envelope that I can put those coupons into. So you can put your holes really close together. You can put them kind of spaced apart. Kind of depends on who you're working with here. Some kids are going to be better at this than others, just depending on their fine motor skills. But once you have your hearts cut and hole punched, we're going to start with some decorations here. So maybe you add some fun stickers, maybe some more of those fun jewels, maybe even some more fun cloth or pom-pom if you really want to go to town with this. But I'm going to decorate it. And we're going to write Mom's or Aunt Susie or Dad or brother, sister, whoever. Mom's coupon book. And you could write something else, you know, acts of service or loving coupons for whatever. And then we'll put love, whoever this is from. You can do some hearts. You can do some happy faces. You can go to town with some more stickers, of course. And here comes the sewing element. Of course, get that nice and decorated up. And maybe don't use a really dark color on a really dark color if you want things to be seen. There's your lesson for the day in art supplies. But we're going to sew this. So I've got ribbon here. You can use ribbon. You can use yarn. You can use twine. I don't know, maybe it's a Father's Day gift and you want it to look rustic. But you can use any kind of string device that you wish. And now we're just going to thread this through as though we're sewing. So you have, so you've got different methods, of course. You can go around and through the holes. You can go in, out, in, out. You can do this however you like. And again, if you've got real little ones, They might need extra help with this threading element. And if you've got older students, you can encourage them to do some fun, fancy threading work. I don't know. But you're going to put your string through and through and through. And once you've got it all the way around, pardon this lengthy string, then the idea is, you can talk about how we're kind of pretending to sew. Obviously, there's no needles required here, which is great, because then nobody gets puncture wounds. But sew it up with your thread or your string or your twine or your yarn. And then you have your lovely gift that you can give someone. And in fact, if you have extra string, if you nicely cut yourself a longer piece and you just so happen to have some extra here, you can use this also as sort of a hanging piece. You can tie it around, and then you've got something that you can tie this off, and you can hang your coupon book, put your little coupons in here, and maybe even surprise mom by putting it on her door hanger or something. Or of course, if it's ready for Sunday school, you just hand it to her. But there we have, you're welcome to add more decorations, glitter, or whatever. We have our coupon book of service acts, and we have our lovely decorative plate. And you have, hopefully, a couple more fun and creative ideas to get the wheels turning, get your brain rolling, and have fun with your students, whether it's at home, in the Sunday school classroom, at church, wherever and with whomever it might be. Hopefully this is something that blesses you and your ministry. So get creative, get crafty, go make some cool things, and make some disciples. And come back to see us, because we have new videos posted every week with message and craft ideas. So hope to see you again. Have a great week. Go make some disciples.